Hello everybody, Lathander here, just bringing you a very quick video about Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. No, I don't want you to play the intro movie, thank you very much. And my thoughts on the game so far. First off, I have to say that from beta, I was in beta 3 if I remember correctly, the game is vastly improved. And I mean vastly improved. The biggest gripe I had was with the combat system. They had targeting circles and mob area of effect circles and that sort of thing. And during the beta, there was a big problem with the server positioning, or whatever system handled the recognition of whether you were inside or outside of the circle when the cast animation finished. And that is one of the biggest things, most important things, that they fixed. The problem was, you could move outside of the circle before it finished casting, but if you weren't outside of it before the enemy's skill cast hit about 3/4 finished, you'd still get hit by it. No, I don't want the fucking intro video. And they fixed that. I haven't had any problems. I very rarely get hit by AoEs, and I mean, that sort of thing is a big deal when you're talking about a game where a lot of the big, nasty boss enemies are going to be throwing down area of effect abilities that are going to one-shot party members, right? You have to have that aspect of the combat system completely ironed out. Now, that said, my current feelings on Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn is that the game is a lot of fun. I'm currently level 21 on my Arcanist. This is my legacy character that was brought over from Final Fantasy XIV version 1.0. And yeah, like I said, the game is a lot of fun. They have really done a lot of work to fix a lot of the issues. But, there's one major flaw with the game right now. And that is the lack of a login queue. There is a login queue, but it is so small that only a handful of people, when I managed to get into the queue this morning, I was 20 in queue. But the problem is that this login queue is so small that it fills up, and once it fills up, this is all you get. And it kicks you back to the login screen. Now the game's fun when you can connect. And the problem is, oh my god, I made it into queue. Holy shit, I've been trying for the last hour and a half. I'll tell you, one of these makes all the difference in the world. All the difference. Because instead of having to, click on start, and then click on your name, and then click on OK, and click on OK, and whatever, as you go through the menus and having to keep on repeating that, all you gotta do is keep mashing A. Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily a good idea. Yes, don't give me error 1017. I'm not necessarily saying it's a good idea because it puts a lot of strain on the system, but it still helps, even if you do it slowly. But, I mean, if you want to, you can just keep mashing it, and it cycles through those menus at warp speed. But this is one thing that they really need to fix. You gotta have a login system that can handle the number of players on each server. You can't have a login system that is only a fuck no! Really? 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 Are you fucking kidding me? Aha! But yeah, this is a bit of a deal breaker when you can't get in. This is what I mean. You can just fucking mash the A button. Makes it a lot easier to do this. But I mean, completely unacceptable. Especially for a game that is subscription-based. They expect people to pay to play. People aren't gonna pay to play this if they can't get into the fucking game. So, Square, seriously, login queues. People wouldn't be so bitchy if they could at least see how long it's gonna take for them to get in, as opposed to Russian rouletting the login system. Because I have gotten through. I've gotten past that queue before. Gotten past this. Gotten past the queue and just gotten straight into the game by continuously going, start, select my character, login, and gone straight through. But as it stands right now, while the game is really fun, I can't say buy it because this is all you get. And the biggest problem, well, the second biggest problem is the login queue. The second biggest problem is there's no idle boot. You don't get booted for being idle. Some people, they go to work idle in the game so that they don't get kicked out and don't have to deal with this. It's completely absurd. What kind of a massive multiplayer game that has limited character connection slots doesn't kick people for not playing the game? Seriously. It blows my mind. How did they not think to add an idle boot feature to the game? Every MMO has one of these. The only game that I can think of that I've played in the last 5 years that was technically considered an MMO was Guild Wars 1. I mean, it's not technically an MMORPG, but it is a massively multiplayer online game. In that you have a large number of people connecting to each server. It is technically an MMO. It may not be a typical MMORPG, but it is technically an MMO. They did not have server issues. They did not have an idle kick. You would get a warning, and I think the longest I'd been idle for... Actually, they might have had an idle kick feature. I can't remember off the top of my head now. I'm second-guessing myself. Maybe you guys can correct me in the comments, but I know I've been idle in that game for a long time and didn't get booted, but then again, you never had login queues. So, this is a lot of fun. It's a game unto itself. Yeah. As it stands, I can't say buy the game because chances are you won't be able to play the game. So, maybe in a week or so, hopefully they'll realize that they A, need a login queue, and B, need servers that can handle more players, or offer people free character transfers or world transfers to lower populated servers. So I'm pretty sure if we take a look at the world list, it's probably all pretty full. I don't even know if it'll show the how full the Well, I'm not even gonna bother trying because I am not starting a new character. That's my legacy character from 1.0. But yeah, this is the state of Final Fantasy XIV current. Oh, what? No! Fuck. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. This is Final Fantasy XIV. Don't buy it right now. Give it a little time. See what people say. If fucking Era 1017 clears up, then maybe pick up the game. It is fun. It's not an action MMO. There's no dodging or skill-based targeting or anything like that. It's a tab target MMO, but it is a fun game. I am enjoying it. That said, Lathander out. Fucking stupid, let me in! I want to continue playing the game! Let me in! Foaming at the mouth! Start clawing at my throat because I can't get into the fucking game!